Hey, good afternoon, folks. It's Steve Cal5JUF. Hope everyone's having a good weekend out there so far. So today, what I want to talk about is something I just completed was the ARRL Volunteer Examiners Open Book Testing and Certification Program. So I kind of wanted to talk you through my experience with it. And in case you're interested in becoming a VE, I've got some good links here and a little bit of information to show you kind of what to expect, or at least where to go find the information. So just a recap, the Volunteer Examiner Program was established around supporting field ham testing and licensing. Previously, students would drive to their FCC office for testing, and of course, with the downsizing of the FCC, there was a need to be able to continue to test hams. So that's kind of where the whole volunteer examiners program started. And what I learned was there is a organization called the National Conference of Volunteer Examiner Coordinators, and this is the top tier of the structure. And then right below that are what are called volunteer examiner coordinators, or VECs. These are groups such as ARRL, W5YI, and so forth. So there's 14 of those, and those all report in directly to the National Conference of Volunteer Examiner Coordinators group. So all of these work together kind of as a group, and then they have a liaison back to the FCC. Under the 14 VECs are hundreds of VEs, which are the volunteer examiners, and that's the thing that I'm studying for. And what the volunteer examiners do, of course, is all of you know when you took your test, there's three of the examiners that will be in the room, and they'll administer the test and go through and make sure you have all your supplies and get all your paperwork done and get everything submitted and get your your CSCE form signed and all that good stuff. And of course, lastly, with great respect and thanks of the hard work of all the FCC, the NCVEC, and all the VECs, and of course the volunteer examiners. Ham radio would not be what it is today without such a tremendous effort with all these groups involved. So just wanted to salute you and say thank you for all your hard work. So this is a quick overview here. This is just shows you the NCVEC, which is the top tier. And then, of course, you have your various VECs, or volunteer exam coordinators. Here's the ARRL right here. This is ARRL. Let's see here, and there's a couple of others. Uh, Here's the other 14. This is another one I've heard before, is the W5YI coordinator group. And under these VECs are various VEs, and there could be hundreds of them. ARRL probably has hundreds of volunteer examiners within their program. So that's kind of how the reporting structure works. So this is where we're going to go over, show you where to find everything. So what you want to do is you want to get an account set up with the ARRL. I went ahead and set up an account, bought a 3-year membership, got the QST magazine coming, so that was pretty cool. And now I have a login. Where you'll find this information is if you'll go to the tab called Licensing and Education and Training, which is this guy right here. If you click on this tab, this will take you down to where some of the VE training information is. Once you click on the tab, you'll then go down and you'll select this one here, Volunteer Examiners, and that's going to take you into where all of the different tests and open book tests, application, and so forth. Then what you'll do is once you're on this screen, you want to go down and you want to look for this area right here, and then you want to click on Learn More. When you click on Learn More, that's going to take you to the next screen. So now on this screen here, there's 3 areas. The first one is the VE manual PDF, and that's located right here. What this is here, this is strictly a PDF. You print it out and you can study it. The next one is the book. You can actually get the book from the ARRL. They'll send you a book. I think it's like $10. You can buy it through Amazon, I think. And then the last one is a interactive open book test. So I'll kind of go through each one of these. This is the one that I did here. Because what this one does here is this allows you to actually type all of your answers into the PDF, save the PDF, and it'll remember your answers. So you can basically go through and read the material, do the tests, read the material, do more questions. And as you save that file, it continues to remember those answers that you've previously typed, and it keeps them all in the file. So the PDF manual, this is what it looks like here essentially. You're just going to open it up in Adobe. And the way you know you have the manual only is it's just going to say Web Final 2022. This is about a 95-page document, I believe. And what you can do is you'll have to download it. And to download it, just locate the little area up here. This is the download button. And when you click download, it's going to default to a file and then just navigate somewhere on your computer where you want to save it. So what I did, I took mine to FedEx and had it printed out. This way I can study it on the plane or at the airport. And it's good because you can read it over and over and highlight things, because what I find is when I read something for the first time, it usually doesn't stick. I have to read it over and over, and there's little nuances and things that'll pop out every time you read it. And it's just, it's just the way I am with my reading. But eventually you are able to extract most of the answers out of here. This is the book. I'll put all the links here too. And this is the link here for the open book. Now, what's different is when you only download with the interactive form, what you have is first it'll say interactive up here, right here particularly. But what's different is I'll show you on the next slide. What's different is here you actually type your answers in and you check the boxes. And as you do this, you save that file. And again, it remembers everything that you type. With the final version, it's just simply a printout and you can write your information in there. So, but that's the difference. So like I said, I went with this option over here because it allowed me to save everything and keep track of it. So one thing too, depending on where you are with your licensing, if you're a general, you can become an examiner and you can test technician. If you're amateur, extra, or advanced, you're allowed to test general and technician, or administer tests, what I should say. And of course, amateur extra, you can do all three of them. So even if you're a general, you can still come because there's a lot of people who test technicians. So basically what this is who can administer the test. Like I'm an extra, so I can administer the test. I can administer all three elements. But like if you're a general, you can only do element two, and so forth. But that's just a little bit of a background on it. So anyway, and if you're a VE and if you upgrade your license, that immediately carries over. So you can start testing, like an extra. If were a general and you pass an extra, that moves over in your VE certification too. So what I did here, these are the documents I have, VEC. What I did, I went and printed everything out. Made a little cover page here for I'm gonna email everything, but I had everything scanned in. This is all my testing material here. One of the things I'll tell you real important is on the application, you need to sign it and date it. That is something they really, really make important, and that signature needs to be clear on the scan. And I've checked mine and it's good. Same thing here on your license. I'm not sure. I went ahead and signed my license anyway. Um, so I hope that's okay. And again, so this is what I did. This is by application, and these pages here that you see, this is the open book test. This is the open book test here. It's 3 pages, roughly about 50 questions. So anyway, that's what I did. I took this to FedEx, put it all into a PDF file in a portrait orientation, and I'm going to email it to them. So hopefully that's what they're looking for. I try to be real careful. Whoops. Okay. All right, everyone. Good luck. I'm going to take a break real quick, and I'm going to go navigate a little bit around the website. Okay, I've got the website up here now. I went ahead and logged in, and I'll just go through and show you real quick. Licensing and education. Go down to volunteer examiners and click on right here where it says VE manual. Click on learn more. And here's these options. Like I said, I'll just kind of just demonstrate this real quick onto my desktop. This is the actual manual itself. So you would download it. I'll just download it to my desktop just for fun. I'm going to call this one here just a video test. And the other one I'll show you, I'll click the back button, is I'm going to go down and download the interactive one right here. Now this one here, this is the interactive. You see right here up here where it says interactive. When you scroll down on this one, you can actually type in information, like you can type in your name, John Doe, uh, and then you go down here and you actually go scroll. Oops. Okay. Here's where you sign it, your call sign, and then here's the test. This is the test. You put your full name. One of the questions it might ask you here is how long is an accredited ARRL VE, and this is of course until your license expires, and you would put in the answer, license expires. Some of the other questions they have here, they have yes and no questions like may you administer to your relatives? No, or yes, no. Which elements can be administered by a general would be a technician. And what you do here is you just type in the information and then you save it. So I'm just going to save it on my computer here, and I'm going to save it to my desktop. Video test, save. I'm going to override it. So what I'm going to show you here is when I go to my desktop to the video test. Let's see if I can find it here, right here. It will remember. See the John Doe I typed in, and then it's going to remember the technician. So every time you save that file, it keeps all this information. So that's the interactive file. So other than that, let's see, I can't think of anything else just real quick. Bounce back here a little bit. But again, that's where most of the information is: licensing and testing, volunteer examiner section, and again, learn more, and that'll pretty much get you everywhere you need to be. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. This is just something I decided to do. I've got a lot of guys in the club I respect. I mean, there's guys I just look up to so much, and a lot of them are VEs, and I just said, you know what, I want to do that too, because that is a great way to pay it forward. And, one of the things too I learned was a lot of times on the testing sessions, they like to have maybe three, maybe four or five. And the reason they like to schedule that is because sometimes if they have a pretty good turnout, you can use, four or five, six VEs to administer the testing and kind of manage everything. Plus, if one of them doesn't show up, if you only schedule three and only two show up, then the whole test has to get canceled, or you have to try to find somebody real quick. So anyway, I hope this helps, and good luck on your journey. And again, just wanted to share kind of some new things I'm trying out, and hope you'll go down this road. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And again, 73. And thanks again for watching, everyone. Appreciate it.